Hello and welcome to the PTOC podcast. Today we have with us Dr. Arjun Viegas sir. So welcome sir.
Hi, and good to be here on the show, Tanmay.
Yeah. So what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word precision in trauma surgery?
Precision. Now, trauma, you have just one opportunity to make that patient well. Here's a person who's had a road accident or who's had a fall, broken his bone. He doesn't have a second chance. If you fix him well the first time, he has a chance to live a completely normal life. Well, if you don't do it well the first time, everything is bad. Everything is bad. His life will not ever be the same again.
So what is the role of post-operative wound management? How important it is?
There are patients who have wounds as they come in. There are patients who develop post-op infections, who have wound healing problems. I think it's important to be allied with a wound specialist or with a company that does vacuum dressings so that we have some advantage or some facility to help the patients who have wound healing problems.
So do you remember the first day of your residency and was it a good day or was it a bad day?
The first day is always a good day. Everybody welcomes you and they make you feel good. After that, everything goes bad. Then the residency is not a good time. It's a very tough time. 3 years of torture.
So one case of yours that went wrong and you learned so much from it.
So there was this one lady who had a knee replacement done by me, and then she had, perhaps because she was a little short and stout, and her insert was too big, and then it gave way, and she fell and broke her femur, and then we had to fix it, and and she did very well. So ultimately, it's about three different surgeries, but ultimately a good result.
And so, how important is communication with the patient and his or her relatives before and after surgery?
I think that is the crux of the matter. If you communicate well with the patient at the time of admission, with the relatives, about what you're going to do and what exactly is the seriousness of the problem and what are the expected good outcomes. I don't think we should discuss bad outcomes in the beginning. But if you just explain to them how serious the problem is, and then they are very happy with the outcome, even if it is not good.
So, what common mistakes should young trauma surgeons avoid?
Avoid basically rushing into a case without planning, without preparing adequately, without having adequate backup of implants, instruments, staff, and C-arm, and they should have everything ready in the theater. Do not be in a rush. Do not go unplanned. Where you made a good plan, you can execute it well, and then the outcome is always perfect.
So, three things that you have in mind before you enter the OT.
I've always planned my case well. I've always studied the x-rays. I've studied the CT scans. I've studied the MRI scans before I enter the theater. So I've already got my plan ready. I'm thinking about what if something goes wrong. So I'm making preparations for plan B, plan C. And the third thing is I'm also making plans about what I'm going to do post-op. What is my plan for the patient thereafter.
So, your view on the role of AI right now in orthopedic surgery.
I think it's really hit in very, very strongly. I haven't yet used it. I'm sorry, I am not the right person to answer that, but I do know that there are many of my fellow orthopedic surgeons who are using AI in a very big way. Patients use it a lot. I must say that patients are ahead of us in this, and they are trying to counsel us about what we should do for them. So that's become a big problem. They show us literature from AI and what they've obtained.
Absolutely right, sir. And so, how do you unwind after an hectic day or a busy day?
So it's very important to have an unwinding system where you have family, you have walks in the cool winds, and you generally sit down and look at your WhatsApp messages, reply to them. I spend a lot of my time doing that and going over the day and seeing what was good. So you thank God for all the good things. I think it's very important to have God as a part of your life and thank Him and pray to Him at all times before you start a case and also at the end of the day.
So, 50 years down the line, what would you be like to be remembered for?
I would like to be remembered for being a very compassionate, empathetic, kind, loving, and sincere, dedicated doctor who delivered quality care to his patients.
Yeah, and one final question, sir. One word about PTOC 2026 and one word for Dr. Parag Sancheti, sir.
Phenomenal, outstanding, amazing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.